In this video, we're going to go through the process of adding marketing activities to our marketing strategy. So to do this, we'll go to the properties screen and we can see some properties that we added in the last video. I'm going to have a look at Instagram. Our objective is to increase sales, and currently I have no marketing activities set up for this. So a marketing activity is a unit of work essentially, or a marketing tactic that you use to communicate with your customers. So let's have a look at adding some activities for our Instagram account. To do this, I'm just going to select Add. And what this will do is give me a pop-up window with a number of activity suggestions that I can actually choose from. So you can see here the blue star in the corner here shows popular marketing activities. So these will be first in your list, and you can scroll through and see what options that you have available. I think I'm going to keep this one simple, and I'd like to do an Instagram reel. So for this, what I now need to do is set a schedule that I will use for this activity. And what this will do is create events in my marketing calendar. So I'm going to start this today, and I might just do it a bit later time, 3 o'clock, and I'm going to run it weekly until the end of September. Okay, so once I've set up my schedule, I can just add the activity and it will create events in the background for me, which will display on my calendar here. And then I've got my Instagram reel added. So you can continue adding marketing activities, or we can now go and have a look at this Instagram reel activity in a bit more detail. Okay, so let's take a look. To open our Instagram reel activity, just click anywhere along this bar, and you'll be presented with a pop-up which shows some basic information. Okay, so at the top here we can see that this is part of our social media channel, Instagram, and this is just our regular communications. If we had assigned this to a marketing campaign, this would display here. Other things we can see is a basic Instagram reel name and a description. We can actually add more detail to this or customize the naming of this to suit our own needs. So let's do that now. I'm just going to do this, we just click here and it will give us a pop-up. I'm going to call this pizza making. So I'm going to do a weekly reel about pizza making. You can also change your description, and you can add lots of additional information about this activity. This is quite useful if you're working with a team. So I'll just keep it as is and save and close. So now you can see we've got our custom name here. Here is our schedule. If you change your mind about the schedule, all you need to do is click the edit button here and change your schedule, and that will update your calendar as well. So I'm going to leave this for now. Another thing you can do is add links to a marketing activity. So this might be working documents or references, anything that you need to access quickly while you're working on this activity. And we'll see in the next video how the links can be displayed when you're working in your content editor. I'm going to add a quick link now. I might just add our Instagram account. So I've already got one set up in my library, so I'll just select that and it's just a reference. So you can store links for later use, and you can access them under your More Tools menu as well. So you can see I've got my link here and that is active. The other thing I can do is, if you're working as part of a team, you can add comments and mention other colleagues or other team members, and that will notify them in their feed as well. So let's say you're wanting to add a comment. You might tag, and then, so I'll just send that along, and you can see that your feed starts to show up here. The other thing you can do is add and link content for a marketing activity also. So by clicking this link here, it will take you to your content editor, which I'll show you in the next video, and you can then go and create content, and it will link it back here for you to access quite easily as well. The icons across the bottom are basically the same as you can see within the activity as well. So except for this one here where you can view a history, this will just show you when the activity's been completed, as it's been created, so you can track a bit of history around that. And you can also delete the activity as well. This will delete all calendar events that are associated with it. Okay, so let's close this up. I'll show you where marketing activities are displayed throughout your strategy. So let's go back to our dashboard here. We can now see that we're starting to see this pizza making activity scheduled weekly until the end of September. You can either click here to open the activity, or you can click create content to go to the content editor and create content for that activity. You can also start to see, as you generate activities, your marketing mix graph will start to fill out here, showing the distribution of where you're communicating with your customers. So if we also go down to our marketing mix view, we can see here under awareness, we've got our pizza making Instagram reel. So as you create different activities across the board, you can see them in their different customer journey sort of areas that you're building as part of your marketing strategy. And finally, if we go over to the marketing calendar, we can see our scheduled pizza making Instagram reel. You can view an activity or view the master activity just by clicking on the event itself, or if you want to work on the specific event, you can right click, so you can set reminders, mark it complete, or delete that specific event.